Morning, my fifth graders. I'm so happy to see you. I hope I don't see you, but you see me. So I hope we'll see each other very soon. I miss you a lot. Okay, today we're going to talk about story comprehension and vocabulary. So you need to pay attention because this one is a little bit more difficult. Okay? First of all, I showed you the vocabulary of cleft, consented, defiantly, gratitude, sacred, and tribute. Number one, where is the cleft of a cave? The cleft of a cave is somewhere. Is it at the end? Is it at an opening? Is it? Find it in the definition. Consented. What does it mean if you consented to something? Remember, these answers you may answer as you will. But when you consent to something, you what? So I want you to write a full sentence with it. I want you to tell me what does it mean if you consent to something. If you consent to something, you what? I told you, if I consent, I what? Defiantly, when should you not behave defiantly? There's a place where you shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't behave defiantly, and especially where I work. So please. Gratitude. What do you feel gratitude for today? Write in your own words. Gratitude is something you're happy for. You feel gratitude for that, for today. Write it, but please, if you make mistakes, be careful. Look it up in the dictionary. To be grateful is to be thankful. 5, sacred. Where would you find sacred object? Like anything. Where would you find a Bible, a priest? Where would you find all these sacred things? Tell me where. Tell me where would you find them? In a full sentence, not just a word. You're in 5th grade now. And the last one, tribute. For whom would you make a tribute? You have to say, I would like to make a tribute to somebody that you honor. But you have to specify in a full sentence. Okay, that's for the... Now let's go to story comprehension. In the story, you have a foreword and a tail. Look at here. It's written foreword. The foreword is at the beginning of the story. It's written foreword. That is from page 557 to 562. You will find the answers only there. So from 1 to 4. Who is the main character in the foreword? Is he any relation to the author? So you have to tell me who is, in this part, the main character, what's his name, and who was he? Who was he there? That you could find on page 557. Where does the beginning of this true story take place? That too you could find on page 557. You have to tell me where. It's somewhere in the United States, but before it had another name, and now it's called something else. When do the events described in the foreword take place? When? This one is difficult because I searched for it. So it's in the year 1800, in the late 1800s. And what is the purpose of the foreword? What does the author's father do? What does he want to say to the other one? He needs, when you tell a story, you want to, and you need to, what? He needs to explain. But he explained what? Explain what's happening. What is the story all about? After that, we'll go to the second part from 5 to 12. From 5 to 12, it's page 563 to 575. Who is the main character in the tale? Again, now we're talking about somebody else. We're talking about the person in the story. What's the name of the story? On page 566. Who is telling the story of Tonwea and who is listening to it? So somebody is telling the story. You have to tell me the name and who he is. And he's telling the story to whom? Okay, so I need a name, who he is, and he's telling a story to somebody. So you need to tell me blank blank is telling the story while blank is listening. So where I said blank, you have to fill in the blanks. 7. What is the main problem in the tale? What happens to Tonwea when he decides to go up? What happens? When he goes up, something happens to him. That's on page 568. Something, and if he stays there, he's not going to survive. So he gets what on a cliff? Number 8, how does Tonwea get into trouble at the beginning of the tale? First of all, he wants to go get something on the top of the cliff. And the stories are about eagles, remember. So, what does he want to take up in the nest? What does he want to capture? Huh? Pay attention. That's page 567. What happens in the middle of the tale? First of all, you have to tell me, first of all, he goes somewhere. After that, because he gets stuck. If you get stuck without anything, you're going to get very weak. So explain to me. And the birds become, how do the birds become? They become stronger. Why? Because Tonwea gives them something to eat, but it's not food. So please explain. At 10, how is the problem solved? What do the eagles, where do they bring Tonwea? Where do they take him? First of all, they're on the cliff, so they have to take him close to a what? 11, how does the tale end? So finally, Tonwea is with whom? The eagles bring him back home. So he's back with whom? And the last one, what is the purpose of this tale? To tell what? To talk about who? Talk about who is the name of the tribe. And the eagles were considered what? A symbol. A symbol. But they were like the Bible. They became what kind of birds? Okay? So these birds were what? To Tonwea. They were this. And this, remember, before. Let me just check. It's a vocabulary word. It's a what bird. Okay? So this is all for today, and hope you understand. Bye. Love you.